Good Sunday morning, everyone. Welcome to the UUNB Sunday, November 22nd service. We're so glad to have you all joining us online and especially to have some of our beloved members from years past joining us all the way from the West Coast. They woke up early and everything to be with us this morning. Thank you. So I want to welcome and introduce you all to the Underbergs. Ray, Jackie, and their daughter Anna were members of UUNB, good Lord, about 10 years ago. They relocated to Seattle in 2010 so that Jackie could take a job with Amazon. Now in 2020, Anna is in her junior year of high school. Jackie is still with Amazon, and Ray is a stay at home dad. Ray, who's going to be doing our presentation about love in a moment, has been publishing a free bi monthly blog of his life lessons at www.cheapzen.com for a few years now. He grew up mostly in Minneapolis and San Diego. His first job after college was with Exxon Research and Engineering in New Jersey, where he met Jackie, his very first week of employment. They were both chemical engineers at that point in their lives. And after Exxon, Ray worked as a management consultant while Jackie went to grad school. Since then, Ray has mostly been a homemaker for his family, along with an ever growing list of side projects. Managing 7 subsequent home addresses since leaving New Braunfels has added to that fun. Ray has always been interested in Eastern philosophy, as well as particle physics, and this, coupled with his Catholic upbringing and slightly nomadic life, inform much of his thinking and writing. In his spare time, Ray loves to hike in the Cascade Mountains and spend time at the family's vacation trailer near Mount Baker. So, welcome, Ray and Jackie.
Uh, Good morning, everyone. And we chose a candle here of significance for us. It's our unity candle from when we got married. So this is the first time it's actually going to be lit in 24 years. So it's obviously about love. So next we have a reading here because the topic is love today. So just a little tiny bit of background on it. We often use words without really thinking about what they mean or what they meant. And they can become cheapened over time or even distorted. We really should begin today by asking ourselves, what is love? For one perspective, let's turn to the ancient Greeks who recognized 8 different kinds of love. The following is from Matteo Saul of lonerwolf.com. His words are consistent with several other readings on the topic that I found. This is meant as a quick primer to remind us of all the possibilities of love. This single interpretation of the 8 types of love from the ancient Greeks may obviously be somewhat incomplete.
The first love is eros, or erotic love. The first kind of love is named after the Greek god of love and fertility. Eros represents the idea of sexual passion and desire. The ancient Greeks considered eros to be dangerous and frightening as it involved a loss of control through the primal impulse to procreate. Eros is a passionate and intense form of love that arouses romantic and sexual feelings.
The second is philia, or affectionate love. The second type of love, philia or friendship, ancient Greeks valued philia far above eros because it was considered a love between equals. Plato felt that physical attraction was not a necessary part of love, hence the use of the term platonic to mean without physical attraction. Philia is a type of love that is felt among friends who have endured hard times together, like maybe the coronavirus.
The third is storge, or familiar love. Although storge closely resembles philia, it is in that it is a love without physical attraction. Storge has primarily to do with kinship and familiarity. Storge is a natural form of affection that often flows between parents and their children and children for their parents. Storge love can even be found among childhood friends that is later shared as adults. But although storge is a powerful form of love, it can also become an obstacle on our spiritual paths, especially when our family or friends don't align with or support our journey.
The fourth is ludus, or playful love. Although ludus has a bit of erotic eros in it, it's much more than that. The Greeks thought of ludus as a playful form of love. For example, affection between young lovers. Ludus is that feeling we have when we go through the early stages of falling in love with someone. For example, the fluttering heart, the flirting, the teasing, and the feelings of euphoria.
The fifth is mania, or obsessive love. Mania love is a type of love that leads a partner into a type of madness or obsessiveness. It occurs when there is an imbalance between eros and ludus. To those who experience mania, love itself is a means of rescuing themselves, a reinforcement of their own value as a sufferer of poor self-esteem. This person wants to love and be loved to find a sense of self-value. Because of this, they can become possessive or jealous lovers, feeling as though they desperately need their partners.
The sixth is pragma, or enduring love. Pragma is a love that has aged, matured, and developed over time. It is beyond the physical. It has transcended the casual, and it is a unique harmony that has formed over time. You can find pragma in married couples who've been together for a long time, or in friendships that have endured for decades. Unfortunately, pragma is a type of love that is not easily found. We spend so much time and energy trying to find love and so little time in learning how to maintain it.
Seventh is philasha, or self-love. The Greeks understood that in order to care for others, we must first learn to care for ourselves. This form of self-love is not the unhealthy vanity and self-obsession that is focused on personal fame, gain, and fortune, as in the case with narcissism. Instead, philasha is a self-love in its healthiest form. It shares the Buddhist philosophy of self-compassion, which is the deep understanding that once you have the strength to love yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin, you'll be able to provide love to others. As Aristotle put it, all friendly feelings for others are an extension of a man's feelings for himself.
The last, number 8, agape, or selfless love. The highest and most radical type of love, according to the ancient Greeks, is agape. This type of love is not the sentimental outpouring that often passes as love in our society. Agape is what some call spiritual love. It is an unconditional love bigger than ourselves, a boundless compassion, and infinite empathy. It is what the Buddhists describe as metta, or universal loving kindness. It is the purest form of love that is free from desires and expectations and loves regardless of flaws and shortcomings. To me, this sounds like presence or enlightenment. So a little bit of background on the how today came to be. I wrote the following piece spontaneously after participating in the recent service by Trish and Bob on the Feast of Samhain. I did not even get up from the chair that I was sitting in at our cabin with the wood stove blaring, battling back the near winter, near Canadian morning. I sort of feel like this is my offering of a continuation of that service in a way. Because the word love is what I heard more often than anything else in that service. It was immediately apparent. I just heard the word love, love, love a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 2-minute meditation, and then I'll do the little reading. It's about a 6-minute reading, and then we'll do another 2-minute meditation. And I'm sure some of you have meditated for a long time. I'm sure some of you never have. But just get comfortable, close your eyes if you'd like. I prefer to. And if you'd like, count your breath, or just focus on your breath, or focus on a really pretty word, maybe the word love. Breathe out, breathe in love, breathe out whatever you think the opposite of love is. You know, there's many, many, many options. So we'll begin here with a 2-minute silent meditation. So I will click the little start button on my stopwatch here. Okay. I invite everyone to whoops, to come back kind of gently, quietly, calmly. And I'll start the reading now. I am filled with love right now. I just spent time with old friends from Texas via Zoom. I could feel the love. Love deserves to be capitalized, so I will capitalize it here throughout. What is love? Is love simply energy? Seems pretty reasonable to me. Fuzzy, warm, healing, omnipotent, eternal energy. I believe that energy is the single indivisible building block for the universe. There is only energy. It gets together with other energy. And we think of it sometimes as an illusion, like a quark or a proton or a Jeff or a mountain, but it's just energy. Everything is just energy or no energy. Everything is binary. Even most of our illusions, like night and day and good and evil, manifest as binary offerings. Love is the fabric of the cosmos. Everything is composed of love. We are simply discovering it, finding it here and there. We are not inventing it or creating it. It is always there, everywhere. Like the giant, hopefully sleepy volcano 20 miles from here, when I was writing this, Mount Culshan or Mount Baker, which is so often shrouded in clouds and mist. I have faith, however, that it is still there. Sometimes, for example, last Thursday, I was hiking on it on one of the trails that lead to the summit, several thousand feet below the summit, maybe 5 miles away from the summit. Yet I could not see it behind the wall of fog present. It was just a wall of fog, and that fog was love. That love parted every now and then to remind me not to lose hope, to not doubt, not despair. For Kulshan, with its ability to rain lava and lahar down on me, likely will not today. It is there just like my grandfather, who I have not seen since I was a child because he passed away. but who was sitting next to me today during our service. I love my grandfather, my namesake. What is the yin to love's yang? Is it fear or hatred or indifference or doubt or gluttony? Is it simply non-love? Is it the zero to love's one? Birth and death, day and night, up and down, strange and charm, water and fire, earth and wind, male and female. But we know it's not male and female. It's a continuum or a circle, as what makes sense to me. There is more love and less love. And like interference patterns, sometimes a bunch of love can manifest, real or not, I don't know, as no love. I have so much love. I have so many people I love. There are so many people who love me. I still love my little Emma the puppy who is no longer with us, except she is. She was sitting at my feet this morning in our circle of love. Is there really anything else? Salsa Verde and Super Bowls and Shakespeare and sub-Saharan savannas, are they not love? There is always hope because there is always love. There is always fear because there is always love. There is always pain and despair. There is always birth and confidence and joy and surrender because there is always love. There is love at what we think of as our enemies and challenges, just as there is love in the eventual first post-COVID hug we get from our mother or son or best friend or yoga instructor or mere stranger. How sweet that first hug will be. Will it contain all the love and joy that would have been manifest in all the missed hugs over the months and possibly, hopefully not years, due to this tiny little seemingly non-sentient bit of code? We might as well love this time, as there's really no other option. Everything is love. Now throw away all of these words. Open your ears really wide and tilt your head to the side and let them drain out and disappear into the ether. For words and even thoughts, and definitely anything for sale, is not real. They are only illusions and signposts and suggestions. Let us all close our eyes now and just stop. Let the billions of years of time that has gone before and the billions yet to come wash through us and allow us to just sit for a bit and be filled with love. Be filled with what is really us, our original face, what we have no option to avoid becoming. Love, love, love. And now let's try another 2-minute meditation and see how that goes. I invite everyone to open their eyes if they were closed and just kind of calmly, compassionately, filled with love, rejoin the group here. So we blow off the candle here, but the love continues.